Hey everybody, Nature's Always Right here, back with another video. And this is an update to my vacation watering plan video. And so I'm back from my vacation. It's now Monday, Columbus Day, October 10th. I don't know what day it was. But so I came back and I'm really happy with my results here. So I'm going to show you my seedlings first and then I'll show you the beds. I just put this on so that the wind wouldn't blow off the cases. So I super soaked these things with water and then I covered them with these lids. These are 1020 trays with the 1020 covers. These are the tall ones. They did a really good job of holding in the moisture. These seedlings look great. They're starting to stretch a little bit because they're looking for the light, but that's okay. It was definitely a success. It slowed down the growth and kept them wet. So for 3 days, these could have gone, if you check out the moisture, just by eye I can tell that these could go probably another couple days and still be fine. So I'm going to put them back out in the sun today, let them get some more sun, and then I'll be planting them soon, in the next couple days. Got a little bit of a cold right now, it's very annoying. Alright, so let's go look at the beds and see how that strategy worked. So for the beds, if you remember, I super soaked my summer beds that are totally established and have really deep roots. So I super soaked that for an hour and a half before I left. It had not been watered for 3 or 4 days. Came back yesterday. Things were starting to dry out. Some of the lettuce, which I'll show you. So you'll be able to see on some of this lettuce that the leaves starting to dry out and curled up a little bit. You can see that on this guy. See, it got burnt a little bit. That's because they started running out of water, and so that was about as long as it could have gone for. These were freshly transplanted lettuce. They don't really have a good root system yet, so that was kind of a gamble, but they made it. The tomatoes and beans and carrots, all that did fine. It looked a little bit beat down from the sun, but totally fine. So that strategy worked, very happy. And then for my newest seedlings, these were running, let's see here, it was running at 5 a.m., 11 a.m., and 5 p.m. every 6 hours for 20 minutes. And that was to keep this ground as wet as possible. It did sprout, and I was trying to sprout spinach there. And then I want to make sure these guys stay nice and wet, as well as my beet and my carrot beds, which looked like they did decently on sprouting. I'm pretty happy with it. And the beets, I've got tons of, looks like grass seed or Bermuda grass, some type of grass is in these beds. And so that's going to be a problem to deal with. These guys received also 20 minutes a day and did perfectly. So now, they've been getting water constantly. That's not something I would normally do, but I needed to do it because it was going to be very hot. And if I'm not here, I can't water. So now I'm not watering today. We'll see how wet it is at the end of the day. I may not even water tomorrow to let these beds dry out and have the seedlings shoot their roots down and seek out the moisture. Right now, they haven't grown very much, I can tell. And, part of that reason is because they're not developing as much root structure as they normally would because the ground's too wet. They're lazy. It's making them lazy. They just want to stay at the top of the soil and get the water there. Why go down if it's right there at the top? In order to help with that, stop watering for a couple days, let them mostly dry out. Then I'll go back on my normal watering cycle, which is every 2 days, every 3 days, depending on how hot it gets.